Hi everyone, Coach Alexa here. As you can possibly tell by the slightly kind of frazzled hair today, I am getting caught out in the rain a lot in my coaching sessions at the moment, which is because we're coming into autumn, my favourite time of the year. I've done a couple of videos in the past if you fancy having a bit of a scroll back through my YouTube channel or my blog about what to wear to stay seen and stay safe when running in the kind of darker light levels, and also kit to keep you nice and warm and dry, hopefully, out on your runs as well. But today I thought I'd talk a little bit more about shoes, because it's a question that's come up from a couple of my runners recently. So can we keep our feet nice and warm and dry when we're running in the winter? And the answer is a maybe, probably. So Goretex, or kind of waterproof sort of shell exterior running shoes, do exist, usually in trail shoes as opposed to road shoes. So these are sort of similar fabrics to what you might get in your waterproof jacket, but as a covering for the upper of the shoe. And they often come with, I guess, kind of stronger sort of seams that attach the shoe upper to the sole, and also where the shoe bends around the toe box. Do these kind of Gore-Tex shoes or alternative sort of waterproof shoes keep your feet completely dry? No. And the reason for that is twofold, really. One, they've got a massive hole in the top where your foot has to go into the shoe. So if I'm out walking or hiking, for example, I would wear walking boots if it was raining, and I then also wear, which are waterproof, and I would also wear waterproof trousers over the top. So that would stop the rain from being able to go into the top of the boot, if you see what I mean, because the trousers would go around the outside. With a running shoe, you're normally wearing shorts or leggings or something like that, so there's absolutely nothing to stop the water running down your legs into the shoe. Or if you go through a puddle, or if you're out on the trails, you're running through, even when it's not raining, there's a lot of dew on the grass in the mornings around me, so I get wet feet just walking through a grassy field because that dew is coming in at the tops of the shoes. So are you going to keep your feet 100% dry on, say a 3 or 4 mile run in wet weather? No. Will they be drier than if you were in standard road shoes that normally just have a mesh across the top and let water in pretty quickly? Yes. The other kind of slight oddity I find with some of the more kind of high-end Gore-Tex shoes is if you're on a really muddy trail run where, no matter how great the Gore-Tex is and how well you're looking after it, your feet are going to get wet, as I've just explained. But in a funny sort of way, Gore-Tex shoes are then not very good at letting the water back out again. So if you're going on a route that you know is going to be really muddy, they're going to be boggy bits, you're going to be going through water that is going to come in over the top of your shoes on your route, then it actually might be worth just having normal style uppers on the shoes, because at least the water will get back out, as opposed to being this weird sort of squelch fest as you're running. The other thing to take into account, it's certainly the way around my way, I'm lucky enough to live on this beautiful kind of tree-lined road, but that means that even when you're running on the road or on the pavement, things can get quite slippy because of all of the fallen leaves, and then we come into the colder temperatures, potentially a little bit of snow or ice. So trail shoes actually can be still quite useful, even if you're running on pavements when they're covered in leaves. They will give you that little bit of additional grip. Not a lot will give you additional grip on ice, other than little yak tracks or spikes to add to the bottom of your shoes. But snow, fresh snow, leaves, mud, all of that sort of stuff, even if you're on a road, you'll probably be better off in trail shoes, just to help you stay a little bit more upright and have less slipping around. Another alternative, and I use these for coaching when I'm stood around more than running necessarily, because my feet and legs get very, very hot in these when I run, but you can go down the route of waterproof socks. So this kind of gets around some of the issues of the water kind of coming in the top of the shoe, because the socks are sort of snug to your legs. So I often just sling on a pair of trainers that I know is going to let the water in, but I've got my waterproof socks on, and so my feet actually stay fairly warm and dry. But again, they can be a little bit boil in the bag when you're running, because again, they don't really let any of that sweat out. So probably for cold, wet days, and worth a bit of a try. Mine are a brand called Sealskin, and I'm always like to point out to people that that doesn't actually mean they're made of the skin of seals, you'll be pleased to hear. They also make fantastic waterproof gloves and things like that, which are amazing and I love. So I hope that helps in terms of a little bit of kind of winter shoe strategy. As always, let me know any questions.